Welcome back to the channel, Pokemaniacs. We've got new holiday sets coming out from Jazwares. First up is the actual holiday set. This is the Deluxe Holiday Calendar. It comes with 24 different gifts in there. It does include figures as well as these accessories, but we do have some really rad 2 to 3 inch figures in there. As you may see, there's a Delibird along with the Lycanroc, and we also have that new little Pikachu on a sled, which is kind of cute. Here we've got a little bit of a better look at some of the figures in there. They do have the pearlescent paint on them, so this may be a make or break for you. You might not care, but I think overall it doesn't look too bad, especially knowing it's like a holiday set, so I think that kind of gives it a nice little extra touch. But the Munchlax is looking great in there. We've got the Delibird, of course. We've got a happy little Charmander in there. Loads of Pokemon on here to enjoy, so super cool to see. And we had also seen a little bit of this Delibird not too long ago, so it's cool to see it here in this actual painted form. Before we just had like the unpainted prototype. So I don't know, overall I think pretty good collection. I don't typically do these calendars myself, but keep an eye out for them. These should be coming up really soon. But one holiday at a time. We've got Halloween coming up, and we have a new Halloween calendar also from Jazwares. So this one is going to be the countdown to Halloween. This one's 13 days instead of the 24. Because Halloween 13, you know, they're kind of synonymous. But really cool collection in here. We've got some more new figures in here, as well as I'm always just stoked to see a Garchomp, but we also see the return of Alolan Muck. We've got the Shedinja in there and a Greavard, which all around is just really cool to see. These again also will have the pearlescent paint on them, so just heads up as you're looking to buy these. And this one in particular also is already up on Amazon, which is cool. For me, it is showing that it'll release on October 15th for $35, but just also as a heads up, some people, I don't exactly know where, but they've had photos of real life versions of this thing. I just don't know where they were getting them at, so just keep an eye out at your stores, typically like Target, GameStop, Best Buys. And also keep an eye out, there's a new multi-pack that should be coming out. This does feature Haunter, which is just a fantastic Pokemon to begin with, but is also just a really cool figure, and it does seem like we have new eyes for this. Jazwares recently did change where they manufacture, so they are coming out of Vietnam now, and it seems like a lot of figures are getting updates, and that update does seem to be getting us figures with more accurate depictions of their faces, which is kind of a big deal. Then in the comments of the last couple videos, some of you have brought up this super articulated figure of Charizard Y. So I wanted to just showcase it here. I don't know how I feel about it. There's something about it that looks a little bit too flat of an image, and obviously it's incredibly blurry, but there's just something about just how it's like supposedly sitting in the package. It looks like that was just like copy pasted over it. I don't know. I could be wrong. This could just be a mock-up. Supposedly, I think if I remember right, somebody had posted it. It was from like a promo commercial from like Peru or something like that. I don't know. People make stuff up on the internet all the time, but I'm just trying to address it. If it comes true, that's amazing. But if not, like, I don't know. I just wanted to make sure to touch on it to just show you guys. But let me know, do you think this is real or not down in the comments? But what is real is Pangoro is showing up in GameStops and Target. Shout out to Kevin Pokemon over on Instagram for sending over his amazing find here. Was able to pick this up from GameStop, so very nice to just confirm that there's some availability out there, and this is a really cool Pokemon. Then we also got some photos from Dominus Soul on Instagram, who's also Mad Mind Films 7 on YouTube. Sent over this cool carry case Battle Ruins playset. And personally, we keep track of a lot of items on here, so sometimes I just forget things, but it just doesn't look familiar to me, but I might just be shutting out memories in my head. But I appreciate everybody for sending over these photos. It's always just fun to see where people are finding stuff, like what they're finding. So if you do have anything hot that you want to share, send it over either through Instagram or through my email on the YouTube account. Next up, we're sharing some images from Blokees. This is actually, I think, the first time I'm talking about Blokees officially on the channel, so this is pretty cool. They have some really awesome new releases coming up. No affiliation though. But we've got new figures coming up for Scyther, which is one of 4 figures. So this is Scyther here, and it just looks awesome. Scyther, OG Pokemon, one of my favorites. It looks so good. Comes with a little bit of a stand and like the little bamboo chopping off of there. I think that's super cool. And these figures, from when I'm looking them up, maybe somewhere around like $15 to $25 depending on where you're getting them from, but these are not officially available in the US quite yet. I don't think they can do the licensing quite yet, because transparently Blokees did actually reach out to me like a few months ago, but just they can't do Pokemon in the US quite yet officially. But on top of Scyther, we also have Snorlax coming out, and this looks so good. I'm like shocked at just how good and how well it moves, and it doesn't look too bad. Like the joints on the arms obviously are a little pronounced, and honestly I think I saved way too many photos of this Snorlax, but you can see it's got like a little bit of hip movement there. It's got the elbows, it's got head ability to move its neck around so it can actually look around and do some different poses, which is super cool. It does come with some accessories. And now that I show this photo, I'm not sure if this is like Ice Punch or supposed to be like a Mega Punch type of a thing, but maybe I should have read the listing a little bit more in depth before I started showing these photos. But it does come with additional faces, so this way you can give Snorlax some of its iconic gestures. Either it's just there being Snorlax, vibing, yawning, or, you know, yelling or angry, whatever the kind of face is. Like here, where Snorlax is ready to go. He's ready to jump on you, but those elbow joints don't look too bad. I think the shaping overall of Snorlax looks pretty good. Like at worst, it's like 90% accurate. But I just love these action shots. Like it has enough articulation that it can actually look like it's yawning, just like it does in the games and in the show. I think that's just amazing. There it is, just sitting like it normally does. But then also, if you want to mimic like it's doing a Z move or something, we do have the ability to do that with that cool little stand. So very impressed with this figure of Snorlax coming out from Blokees. I know a lot of people are either like a Jazwares or a Blokees fan person, but I don't know. I just like toys. They're great. Like play with them all. Like you don't know if you have to like dedicate to a specific brand or not. So like Jazwares does need to step it up, but I mean somebody needed to come in and shake it up. So I'm glad Blokees did, and we'll see how all these other manufacturers respond. Because we also have a Lucario, which looks amazing. Obviously, we got a Lucario from Jazwares a while back, but this one, like just the stance that it has right now, and it's on uneven terrain also. I'm sure that there was some like photo magic that was able to help it stand up, but just looks fantastic. Also, like it's paired up with that Riolu. Obviously, this one's a little edited right here. Figures are running across the ground. But this figure also comes with a little stand, just like the Scyther does, while it's trying to boost up that Aura Sphere. And just looks awesome. So stoked for these figures to be coming out. Plus, if you remember a while back, we had the Cinderace from Jazwares, which honestly I love Cinderace. Scorbunny, one of my favorite Pokemon. But this Cinderace figure was just not it, and I'm very excited that this Blokees one, it's looking fantastic. Like if you see here, it actually has quite a bit of mobility, and specifically through the hips. That it can actually stand right there on its own. And one of my biggest pet peeves of the Jazwares figure is it couldn't even do one of its iconic poses, this big, like huge jumping soccer kick. I'm not a sports guy. I have no idea. I'm sure there's a technique like name for this, but you could not do this pose with the Jazwares figure, and it looks awesome. I'm super stoked about it. So Blokees, they did a fantastic job with this run of figures. So very excited. I'm not exactly sure when these come out, but just keep your eyes out for any of these like import type figures because they're looking pretty good. Then more importing going on from Razer as they bring more of their Pokemon items out to the broader regions outside of like Korea, China. But we're finally getting the Gengar headset. It looks awesome. Again, maybe not for me just because I don't know, I don't like to wear little ears on my head, but you might like it. No shame, just personal preferences. But that should be coming to the US very soon. And also just released, we have a collaboration with Pottery Barn, but just heads up, it is Pottery Barn prices for a lot of these items. So jumping into the collection, we have a lot of bedding items in there. We've also got some like lights. We've got like the Pikachu LED light. There's a pretty cool set of like different like bean bags and pillows on there. Plus we've got like towels. There's like a bag for Halloween, furniture, just all sorts of crazy stuff. But like I think the coolest item for me personally is that they have a actual like Pokeball shelf in there. Again, it's Pottery Barn prices, so this thing's like $175 if I remember right. So I don't know, we might need to save up for that or just figure out how to make my own maybe. But it just looks so good. So Pottery Barn, they're doing a thing with Pokemon, and that's super cool. You know, Pokemon's just getting out into every possible like retailer they can right now. Then over on Pokemon Center, we did get a restock of the Unova sitting plushies, which is super cool. They just gave us a big dump of those things. There's still tons in stock, so if you are like wanting some of these Unova Pokemon, I would jump on it, head over to Pokemon Center. And while you're at it, there's also some more plushies of Mega Pokemon. There's no Mega Pidgeot quite yet. I really hope that they do that one day. But we do have some very popular Pokemon with Gardevoir, Gallade, Mega Ampharos, Gengar, Lucario. Like, oh, there's a whole bunch in there. So really nice restocks going on right now. And a new collection. This is the Dark Noise collection, which is super cool. Most of the items anyways, I think are really cool. It's like basically as if this was like a band, it seemed like, and there's like a whole like tour list on the back of some of the shirts that show like the different cities and regions they were like hitting on the tour. I think that's super fun. I love the theme of this whole thing. The hats though, very like early 2000s, kind of like Chris Angel looking kind of items, but I just love to see just like the throwbacks to some of this more like rocker style, even if some of it's a little more like early 2000s. And we already started getting some of the Pokemon Halloween items up on Pokemon Center. We should hopefully be getting quite a bit more, but to kick us off, we do have items like the ceramic jack-o'-lanterns, I guess we'll call them. They call them like tea light candle holders, but we got the Munchlax. We also have the Snorlax here. And then if you prefer to not have something lit up, we do also have the Gengar mug, which you can open up or seal up and keep your drink nice and warm on the inside. But if you prefer to cool off, there are some new cool down plushies of Snom, Spheal, Bergmite, and Vanillite. And all of these plushies are made of like a cooling material, which is super cool. Like I don't know, like the things they make nowadays, but these plushies as you hold them will have that like cooling factor to them, which is really nice because it's been pretty hot lately. Like for the Pokemon Go Max finale, dude, it was sweaty. We needed some of these plushies hanging out so we could hug them and cool off. Then coming up out of Japan, we've got new Pokemon Scale World figures. This time we've got all of the Kalos region being represented in this one. We've got Serena as the main trainer of all of this, but we've got her and her Sylveon with Dedenne and Pancham. Plus we've got all of those Kalos first partner Pokemon, at least up to some of their second evolutions. I'm sure we'll see more in a different collection with Kalem, but this one going to be focused on Serena. I think for the most part looking pretty good. Her face is maybe just like a little bit off, but I'm sure like there will be some variations as each one gets served out there. But this is a huge collection, and as of right now, at least at current exchange rates, it's going for like roughly $38 US, and that's insane for that many figures. In video game news, we did get a look at Mega Victreebel, and this one seems like it's getting quite a bit more praise than poor Dragonite did in their reveal. But Mega Victreebel looking kind of crazy. Just this big bouncy dude with a bunch of poison inside his belly as he slowly chokes himself out. The trailer for this whole thing was like actually super fun because they had some teaser images. If you missed them, they were kind of like this like found footage looking kind of images. They released like it made me feel like it was like Resident Evil or something. Like they were like trying to like break into this like facility, and then they found these like splotches of purple liquid of some kind on the floor. I don't know why I didn't think of like poison, but for some reason I just had that Resident Evil vibe in my head, so I'm like, I don't know, something's bleeding purple on the floor. But low-key in the trailer when I was watching this and that thing comes bursting through the wall, I was like, oh my god. Like it also like wanted me to see how we make a horror game happen that's out of Pokemon stuff. Like I think that would be really cool, like because seriously, it had like big like Resident Evil vibes. Maybe we could do something with the ghost Pokemon, like I don't know, like a Fatal Frame type of thing. I'm sure we'd have to make it like kind of fun. I don't know, maybe like we could do it in Pokemon Snap. Maybe that's something. But with a new Pokemon, we do have some new Pokédex entries for Mega Victreebel. And for Mega Victreebel, it says, its body has swollen as a result of Mega Evolution. Even the leaves on top of its head have grown bigger. It flaps the leaves on its sides and moves its large body by bouncing around. It opens its large mouth to let loose a sludge bomb. It looks more like a Victreebel when it has deflated. It has so much acid that even closing its mouth tight isn't enough to hold it in, so it contains the acid by wrapping its own vines around its throat. So kind of fun, and also interesting because a lot of the leaks from a while back are like coming true. So if you missed those leaks and you want to, go check them out. Otherwise, I'm going to leave this one spoiler free. But also, Mega Pokemon, we were talking about Mega Dragonite. Mega Dragonite also made its first appearance in the Pokemon anime, which is super cool to see, and also just kind of shows off, I think, just how orchestrated all of these releases are between like announcements during like different championships, announcements like on their YouTube channels, putting them into the anime, making cards. Like there was a lot of orchestration that came in with all of this stuff. So super cool to see Pokemon just showing up almost immediately after being announced already in the anime. Then for my Scarlet and or Violet players, we do have our rewards for beating Chien-Pao over 5 million times. So this is crazy that we did this one This one is actually quite a bit easier. So right now we do have Ting Lu in the raids, which is also another easy one. So I'm very interested to see if we can top 5 million this time. So super crazy. Great work, everybody. Thanks for doing your part. But don't forget, remember, go into your mystery gift on your game, download your free shiny version of all of these Pokemon. That's going to be good until September 30th. And after this, we've got one more. Then for my Pokemon TCG Live players, there's another code out there for some free stuff, so go ahead and hop into the shop, go over to redeem, and then put in the code Justified25. That's going to get you illustration rares of Virizion, Terrakion, and Cobalion, which whether you use them or not, I don't know if it really matters because they're free and they're like illustration rares. That's pretty cool. I like the free stuff. In physical card news, releasing on November 7th, we've got a couple items. First up, we've got the Mega Lucario EX figure collection. It's going to be $30 US, and it will have a Mega Lucario EX promo in there with regular and jumbo form, as well as this artwork, I guess, is not yet be seen in Japan, which, I mean, the art does look cool, I guess, but I mean, I don't know. These EX cards, they don't do it for me on the art, so I don't know. Maybe they do it for you. But this is new art not seen in Japan. The box is also going to have 5 packs of cards on the inside of it, which looks like it'll have a couple packs of Mega Evolution, Destined Rivals, and some Journey Together. And of course, we've got the Mega Lucario figure, which, I mean, for just an included figure, looks like not too bad. It's, I'm guessing, somewhere around 4 or 5 inches tall, based just how it was looking compared to some of the packs that it was put up against. So not a bad little deal there if we're able to find it. We'll probably be able to find this one, though. Also releasing on November 7th. This is going to be Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX League Battle Deck. It's going to feature Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX, Team Rocket's Crobat EX, as well as Scramble Switch as one of the items in there. The whole thing comes with a 60 card deck, 6 damage counter dice, condition markers, a deck box, an accessory box, a strategy sheet to play the actual deck, and a code card if you want to play it online. Usually you can find the battle decks everywhere. I don't know, people don't really pick those ones up. The scalpers, like, they don't really care. But also coming out in November is this Team Rocket's Moltres EX Ultimate Premium Collection. And it is still sticking at that $120 price point, which is interesting since, I mean, everything's just going up in price, but this is holding strong, so that's not too bad. But it does come with a regular EX of Moltres, as well as the illustration rare and the full art card, and each one will have the Destined Rivals stamp, the logo on it, which, you know, the collector, we got to get them all. Additionally, it does come with 18 packs of cards. There's also this honestly pretty cool looking playmat on the inside of it. There is a metallic coin, damage counter dice, deck box, condition markers, and of course there's a code card on the inside. Then also coming out this week, we've got the new set in Pokemon TCG Pocket. So the grind is going to continue with the new set called Secluded Springs, which looks like it's going to be focused on the legendary beasts of the Johto region, also bringing us some new Pokemon like Latios and Latias in there. But the set is releasing on August 28th and does bring in some new mechanics in there. It does seem like the legendary beasts, there's some potential there, I think, with a lot of the cards that we have coming out with those abilities. It's always nice to just kind of like spice things up, especially right before we're supposed to be getting these like Mega Evolution cards. The Latios and Latias, though, I'm not, I don't know, I guess for 1 energy, it does seem like it does pretty good damage. You just gotta be careful with managing the threats on the other side of the field with the HP at that level. The set is also gonna be expanding on some more baby Pokemon, so this one we're gonna be getting Mantike in this set. There's potentially more, but I just have this photo of Mantike, which seems like it's a like more risky, less energy Manaphy. I don't know. We'll see how this one kind of pans out, the lifespan of it. Then it's finally time over at Sam's Club. There's going to be the Lucario and Tyranitar premium collection for Prismatic Evolutions. It's going live today, August 25th at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. So I'll have the link down in the description along with anything else I can in the video for you if you want to check any of those items out. But depending on when you're watching this video, you might want to have the link open, have it ready. We'll see how Sam's Club kind of manages these things. They're supposed to be putting limitations per membership. So hopefully that's the way to go, and that helps kind of get cards into more people's hands. And speaking of hands, if you could use the fingers on your hand to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. If you need to catch up on any Pokemon news, I do have a playlist up here for you. We've had a lot this year, especially with all the figures. It's good stuff. Thank you guys for spending some time with me today. Take care of each other out there, and I'll see you very soon on the next one.